Hello all, welcome to another live stream. Let me prepare everything firsthand. Okay, it's all said and done. So today we are using a little bit different. Oops, I'm having to. What's happening here? Okay, I understand now. Okay. Oh, sorry for that. I'm just... Right, now that's it. Okay. I was having both chat overlays here. Okay, so now we are going to use a little bit different machine. Okay. Hello. We're going to use a Fold Pro original. We are not going to use the Fold Pro Year of the Horse today. We are going to use the original one. Also, you're going to use it at 2.5 millimeter stroke at 5 volts as usual. For that we are going to use also our cartridge or ballpoint pen cartridge. Okay. Now we have here a Mega Venusaur, as you could see on the title, and we also have a little bit of foliage behind him. I have here some like a kind of frame with tape, just so we can fill everything here, and then we just remove the tape, and I hope we get like really clean edges throughout the whole thing, right? So we are going to start here with the Venusaur, and then we are going to move to the background. Okay, let's go then. This machine has a little bit less, a little bit lower, shorter stroke than the other one. It's not like really significant the change, because we are talking about like 2.5 millimeters to 2.4. That's not like a huge difference, but nonetheless it's a little bit shorter. But also I just wanted to try this one doing this, because since this machine is a little bit less powerful, let's say that way, okay, than the other one, I guess this could be a nice nice machine to use to this kind of stuff, since we don't need that much power here on these works, right? We do need it on tattooing, but on this not that much. We actually need like a softer machine to do the job. And actually, from here, like my first impressions right now, it seems really way softer than the other. Okay. Hello there, guys. Thank you for being here. Okay. Now, this is like a really highlight area. You're just going to calmly create some dots here. Also here is also another highlight, so we are going to really smoothly trying to create some dots. Okay. Today it's going to be a little bit longer stream. Because it has like a lot of information here. Okay, now we are going to deal here with the down part of the continuity of this whip. Okay, always cross-hatching to develop those darker tones, right? And here, since they are a little bit almost in the shadow of the whole Venusaur, we're going just to darken up a little bit here. Okay, creating like a little smooth gradient. And here we are going to darken up also a little bit, since this part here it's like against the sun. Okay. And also in this way we can show the contrast between like the folding vine, ok? É assim, não, Eliane, é uma máquina de tatuar com um cartucho, só que um cartucho igual mais ou menos a uma agulha de tatuagem, só que em vez de ter agulhas tem uma recarga de caneta esferográfica. Yeah. É o que normalmente os tatuadores usam para começar a treinar, digamos assim. Só que eu apercebi-me que esta técnica desta forma dava para fazer assim também umas peçazinhas engraçadas. E então comecei a usar, exatamente, comecei a usá-la para estes efeitos. De nada, obrigado por estás aí. Now here we're going to darken up a little bit more this area, because also it's behind and a little bit underneath our Venusaur. So it's a little bit on the shadow. Okay. Já agora, Eliane, és brasileira? Estás no Brasil? Ou em Portugal? Now we're just like outlining here the area we are going to pack, almost pack in black. Just we have here like two different shades. One darker, that's this one, but I'm working right now. Let me just adjust a little bit here the exposure, because I feel it's a little bit too bright. Okay. I guess right now it's a little bit better. Can feel a little bit more contrasty. Okay. Now, to darken up, as always, you are going to cross hatch, okay? It's really important. We'll need to continue eventually working here, but we are just right now packing this area with black. Now, to pack everything in black, we have to be a little bit more slow with everything. We can pack in several ways, just going forward and backwards, or just like doing small circles. This also applies in tattoo, okay? If you want to pack in tattoo, if you use like a round shader, you also will do this, okay? Like working on circles or just back and forth. like this, like back and forth, okay? But slowly. But as you can see here, the circles just give you a more uniform, a little bit more uniform look, at least in my opinion. Okay, now we are going to darken up a little bit more here, the inside of the mouth. Not as dark as the other region, but a little bit darker. Yeah, and I guess that's good enough, just to see a little bit of a difference between those both tones. Okay. Now here just outlining the teeth. Okay. And now we can just do first of all like a small and light base here on the tongue. We are going to light a little bit here of a highlight without touching it. Okay. And now you can start to to darken up a little bit more. Trying to create a nice fade. And here a little bit darker as well. Going back and forth with the cross hatching really lightly to create the tone we want, okay? Without being too harsh. Just being really careful with everything. Okay. Something like this. Now we can also outline here our teeth. For those who were there yesterday during my live. I don't know if any of you who is here today watched my yesterday live, but yesterday I experienced a little different technique, which consisted on basically not having these smooth transitions between the tones, okay? Just blocking everything. Like if I had, like in here, for instance, inside in the tongue, I have here like 4 different tones. I have the highlight, I have the light tone, the mid tone, and a little bit darker tone, like a darker mid tone, let's say. And here I would just like create like bands and just like almost like creating barriers between each tone. It's a way you can do things as well, but I experienced that yesterday. But honestly, I didn't become a really huge fan of that approach. I didn't like that much how it came out. But yeah, it was a test. And since these things they are just here for practice, so no problem at all on trying out different techniques, different things, just to test how it would look. Now here I'm just doing here a little bit darker edge inside the mouth, just to create a contrast with the other part here, okay? And I'm trying to smooth away this dark tone so it doesn't look all the same, you know? And here I'm doing as well the same thing, like just on the edge, trying to darken up a little bit more, just to create some contrast, okay? Now we have a little breathing room between everything. Okay. Yeah. Alright. It's coming out okay, I guess. Now let's go for the top of the head. No, not the top. Let me just deal here with this thing first. Here we have like a medium tone, and here like a light tone, and here we have like a highlight. Okay. Okay. Now this area we have here like these spots, and this will have also some gradients, like starting here with a really light and then starting to darken up a little bit. So we are just using the technique like the whip shading motion, and it's like pick and flick, you know. And this one, this Pokemon, this Mega Venusaur, it's not from, I started like doing a series, let's say, on Johto Pokemons from Johto region. Obviously this one is not from Johto, but my son asked me to do Mega Venusaur, since I already have like the Blastoise, Charizard. So he asked me to do Venusaur as well. So if the kid asks, okay, now here on the proper like skin, let's say, it's a little bit lighter. However, we have here a little bit lighter area, so we are going to darken up a little bit more around here, okay? And here there's no problem on going through the already done stuff, because that's still dark, so if some dots happen to be put here, there's no problem at all. Now for the eye, this is a tricky part. Let's see if we don't make any mistakes. Like the most important part here. Okay. Okay. Now trying to be really gentle here. Okay. It's a really small area. And here you'll have like the inside of the ear. side of the ear should be way darker. Usually it's just like one tone, but I'm going to do a little bit of a small fade here. It always, in my opinion at least, it always look better. It also gives a little bit of an extra dimension, right? So why not? Okay. Let's continue on with the face. Trying to be like really gentle. Because here we have like some, that's not like the lightest tone, but it's like the second lightest. Here we are going to do some little bit of shadow here on top of the teeth. Also here a little bit. Okay. Okay. Here on top of the ear, it shouldn't be like this, like white stuff. It should be a little bit, it's like a light area, but it shouldn't be like as a highlight. But since there are here a lot of stuff and the composition will be so full, it's important also to give some spots here to breathe, you know. So I'm going to leave it as white just to breathe a little bit better. Okay. Now here, this part that I'm shading right now, it's a little bit darker. So we are going to do the cross-hatching thing. Just to create some difference between the rest. It's not that really dark, then it's not that darker, but we are just going to leave this thing here for now. Eventually you'll need to darken up a little bit more. And here we also have okay. Now in this area just going to a really soft shading, so it's not really empty. The point is to create contrast with everything else. Okay, almost you can almost see what's going on. And here on the bottom just a little bit more, just to create that 3D effect, you know. Okay, yeah. And now you can darken up a little bit more here, as it actually needs to be a little bit darker. And you can also soft a little bit into the top part. You can mix here a little bit more, so the transition is more smooth. Okay, something like this. Okay, so the head, it's properly done, yeah. Starting always with like the most difficult parts. Now here we'll have this trick here, like on the neck, and here should be like the same tone as here, because the rest will be a little darker. Okay. Let's go here for the foot. for now doing the light areas. Here, so that here we also have some light ones. And also here. However, here you have a highlight, so trying to smooth a little bit more. Smooth here this dark shadow into those light ones. Yes. It's a little bit tricky because the area is really small, but I guess it's working. Also here you have a little, really light shadow here on the claw, the nail. Really lightly. Okay, something like this. Here we're going to pack it in black. So it really contrasts with everything. Okay. Okay. I think it's going okay. Let me just get here, cigarettes, and just check how it's all going through with the live. Okay, it's going all right. Let me here check on the other platforms as well. I'm streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Let me check just how, if everything is working fine. Yes, it is. Perfect. Yeah. What about Kick? Yes, it is. Perfect. That's nice. Okay. Let's continue. So this area on the belly, it's a little bit darker all around. Like, eventually like this tone. Unless here, because it's like a little highlight. With a stronger layer. With a stronger first base layer. Then you are going to cross hatch to make everything more uniform. Because this way you can see clearly the direction of the points, right? Of the dots. That's not what we want. It's all around. Now we are going to cross hatch to make it more uniform. doesn't appear like a really hot spot, you know. Also here. Okay. Here we have a little bit of a lighter tone. Yeah, something like this, right? Okay. Here we have another foot. Just a little, the tip of it. So here we have to darken up a little bit more. Because it's in a complete shadow, right? Also the nails, we are going to just go with a light shade over them, just to contrast with these ones that these are in the front. So okay. Okay. Now for the second vine, let's say. Okay. And here you'll have a highlight here We are not going to touch that. Here we have a medium and here a light. So this here is like the medium. Just going to darken up a little bit more here on the edges, also here. Just to add a little bit of depth. Okay, and now what you're going to do is to just do here like the lights. Right there. Okay, going up. Okay. However, here we also have a little bit dark here and here. Okay, something like this. Yeah. And now darken up just right here near the edge, just to give it that like the cylindrical flare, you know. Okay. Right. Okay. You can go. You're going. I think. Yeah, you can deal here already with this leg. And here, let's start with the light tones. Okay. Also some mediums. Okay, and now some like a medium dark. Okay. Also here. We have some dark tones. Okay. Let's carry on. darker. Okay. Now here. Let's go for a medium tone, but we'll have like a darker one around here in the middle. Just smoothing. And now here we'll have like a really light tone as well. Here it's like a highlights, so we're just going to start with a really light tone. Okay, around here we get a little bit darker, close to the head. Also here we're going to try to smooth a little bit more the transition here. So it's not that harsh. Okay. Okay. So for now you already have here like the whole body of Venusaur. Just need to go now towards the plants up here and the rest of the foliage behind. Still a lot of to do. Well, it also lacks here these shadows here on the claws. Like really light ones. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfectly fine for me. Let me just check here. Okay. So today here the life has been really low. Now let's start here with this branch. And we'll do like a really light layer. And here we will start to darken up. Okay. Nice. So as well, that really light tone. Okay, and now cross hatching. Darken up almost only like the base here to leave like a little lip to showcase that there's like a three-dimensional thing. Okay. starting to look... Sorry, I think I'm going to... Sorry. Let me just adjust here the title. Yeah, like this. Okay, now we have here a lot of information. Honestly, that's like a huge mess all around this. I don't even know where to start. Well, I think I'm going up. Yeah, I think I'm starting here from... There's so much to do still. Usually my lives usually go for like 1 hour and a half, like around that, yeah, 1 hour and a half. I guess this one will be really way longer, eventually like reaching the 2 hours mark, almost certainly. Just check here. Okay. Also here start to darken up. Okay. Okay, and now here we have some really dark stuff. I think this here is at the darkest. just marking for now the boundaries. Okay. Since there's a lot of information here, you also need a lot of contrast, so it's really important these really saturated blacks. Hello Alex, welcome. No, no, it started at the same hour. Why? Started as the usual hour. This one, as I was saying before, this one of course it's not a Johto region Pokemon, but my kids asked me to do Mega Venusaur. Since I already did Blastoise and Charizard. He wanted Mega Blastoise, Mega Venusaur, sorry. That's too bad. But what do you do? Like, okay, you get that, like, how can I say? In that game, in the PCG game, you have like you have like every day you have like a couple of cards, right? However, besides that, how do you play the game? You get to battle with people, with random people online. Okay, okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, of course, it has to be some limits, right? If I would start today, it wouldn't be fair, like, for me, like, to battle, like, for instance, against you, right? So, of course, you already have way better cards than someone who is starting out, right? Also here you have a little bit of absolutely everything out to separate everything. Okay, okay. So you usually play against almost the same cards, right? Because people use like those like really meta cards. Yeah. And obviously there's eventually. Okay. I was saying like, so obviously there's like a oh, I forgot. I just forgot what I was about to say. Yeah. Yeah. But yes. I could understand, yeah, how it feels, how it starts, and how it goes. Oh, yeah, I remember. I was asking. Is there like a specific like pay for win type of thing? Like you can pay, for instance, to get more stuff or more decks or more cards, I don't know. I'm asking, but I almost already know the answer, right? So these games usually get money with this kind of stuff. Okay, yeah. Yeah, of course. As I was saying, like I asked the question, but I almost already knew the answer. Since this is like the usual mindset of almost all games right now, right? And people become so like focused on that and they just buy stuff. Nice, nice. Nice, very good. Oh, and are you able like to trade cards with other people? Like for instance, if you get like for the second time like those like a really cool card, are you able to trade it? Okay, that is cool. So it's only cool because of the artwork, right? Yeah. Nonetheless, it's also cool. You didn't see it? Yeah, I can show you. Sorry. Like this. Yeah, I didn't like it that much. It's okay, it's an okay... Well, that's not, in my opinion, that's not horrible. But I simply didn't like that much, like this huge difference in tones, you know? I know that this was the point, like to separate the tones, but I really didn't like it, especially. In here, I just came back to the... Thank you. Here I just came back to the original stuff, like trying to smooth everything. No, never done it. Actually, never done Inktober challenge, but but yeah. No, yeah, also that. No, but I haven't done yet the Inktober challenge, but well, I guess after this marathon, I'm more than capable of doing that. Okay. Nice. Buen dia. Hello, Night Owl. All cool? Yeah, actually it is. But I guess it's like all around the world, no? Yeah. It's impossible to go to a restaurant, even those shitty ones like I don't know, like Pizza Hut or stuff like that. They are all packed with people. It's impossible, but since I also don't go much to restaurants, for me that's not an issue at all. Fortunately, me and my yeah, no, not at all. Eventually, like I don't know, like once a month or something like that, just because the kids occasionally like to grab like a McDonald's. But yeah, it's like once a month. Exactly. Well, in my case, or in my and my wife case, we both really enjoy to cook, so it's almost like a competition in the kitchen to see who is cooking. So, and well, in my opinion, I think we both cook pretty decently, pretty well. So yeah, so we just prefer to buy a little bit, some extra ingredients and a little bit more expensive ingredients, and just do it ourselves. Yeah. No. We have that also here, like Domino's, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell, but yeah, not that much. And usually it's more like kids, you know. If you go to those places, it's more like kids or like teenagers. You don't see that much like adults in those places. Yeah. Really? But yeah, but I guess I don't know. But I think it can be. It can also be like the age since we are getting older. But well, it's not like just like that, honestly, because even in our 20s we didn't do that much. We just prefer like to stay at home, cook a really nice meal, like I don't know, like tiger shrimp or something like that. And hello, no, it's the Mega Venusaur. Is there a big fast food brand? Yeah, no, there's all of those, you know. Like all of those you said, we have all of that here, you know, like Pizza Hut, Domino's, McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell, we have all of them here. But it's mostly teenagers and kids who just go there. My child, no, he just gave me that little tat. But yeah, my son, like I have a son and a daughter, and my son is the oldest, but he's not that much into tattooing, you know. I don't feel that it would be something that he would pursue. In other hand, my daughter, yeah, he's constantly asking me to draw in her arms. Oh, if we have okay, specifically, I don't know, here in Portugal. No, like really fast food. I guess not. Yeah, that could be an issue, right? Yeah. But I don't have like needles here on the house. I just have like some tattoo machines. The needles are on the studio. But yeah, like you can see. But here, yesterday, like he did like a really like a small stuff on her hands, and then she asked me if she could do it on mine as well. For her, it was like a friendship sign, and I come on, okay, let's go. Yeah, we understood, yeah. But her is way more. I'm seeing her like doing something in this realm, in the tattooing realm. I don't feel that much, you know. He's more like a very strict, like straight boy, like really everything has to be in order. So like this kind of style. I really like this kind of style, like this stippling, like dark work, black work. This kind of style I really enjoy. Yeah. Yeah, but basically that's it. It's like working with contrasts and shadows. Alex, if we have like yeah, we don't have any of those here in Portugal, like nor even Walmart or Target or anything like that. Thank you very much. The main thing in tattooing is really like that. Most people think that in order to be a good tattoo artist, you have to know to draw really well and to be like some kind of a Leonardo da Vinci in terms of drawing. That's not true at all. Most important than that, way more important than that, is to try to get like the feel for the shadows, for the lights, for the light sources as well. That's way more important than all the rest. And of course in some styles are way more important. Well, honestly, for now I have like a bunch, like I bought like an A4 sketchbook, okay? Because I was doing all my sketches on the A3 and most of them are like in A4 sizes, so I had to cut them. So I have a lot of, like you can see here, I have all of these, like here, here on my desk. But my point here is like to do this kind of stuff, and eventually, because this can be tattooed as well, that's perfectly tattooable. And if someone wants a drawing like this, like a specific drawing, I just tattoo it and offer the drawing to that person. Yeah, that's the point. For now, like, I'm just keeping here. Yes. It's double the size. So here the session will take way longer because you are already almost in the 2-hour mark. And I still need to do a lot of stuff here. But also since today I only have appointments way much more like late afternoon, I'm a little bit more chill. But well, about Alex, about what you were talking about, the supermarkets. Yeah, but yeah, I guess so. But here, at least where I am today, where I am at currently, people are a little bit, how can I say? People are a little bit more like they just want to stick to a certain stuff that they are comfortable with and they already saw like a million times, you know, on other people and whatnot. They just prefer that kind of stuff to like some original piece or something like that. But that's a shame. But yeah. Yeah, I have done a couple of dragons, yes. Yeah, like in the lower leg, in the back. Yeah, dragon, it's like one common request. But I was talking about, you asked about the supermarkets. Yes, that we do have like our specific supermarkets, you know. Like some of them are like European, like Lidl or Aldi. They are mostly like European. But we also have like our own Portuguese supermarkets, you know. Yeah, a proper dragon, like a full dragon with wings. I've done a few. Sorry, name some common arts, people. Hello. Oh, okay. On Twitch and YouTube. Name some common. I didn't got it. Sorry. Oh, okay. Quite a bit. I have my my both thighs tattooed by myself. And some more like on the upper leg because I can't reach properly closer to the foot. But yeah, I have like all my front thighs are all tattooed by myself, and also my both knees are also tattooed. I can't say a number because I don't even know. I would have like to count, but I have a lot. Well, yeah, but that's not tattooing, you know. When people say like they tattoo like the eyeballs, that's not properly tattooing. That's what people do. It's like they pick like a syringe, you know. Exactly, that's it. Exactly. That's not properly tattooing. It's like using a syringe with ink and just putting on your eyeballs. Yeah. I would never do that, honestly. One of my biggest fears is like for some reason, to go blind, you know? That's one of my biggest fears. and I would never do that kind of stuff. Never. For instance, I need glasses, right? So I would never even consider the possibility of using like contact lens. So you see like my my fear. And that's kind of stupid because it's not comparable, of course, like contact lens with that kind of procedure, you know, but just the idea of putting stuff on your eyes, no, that's not for me. I'm perfectly good with my brown common eyes as they are, so that's good enough. So, steady but surely it's coming out something here. I thought like this would be like a really long session, but since I had the time today, I opted really to go for it. Because this, I already knew that this would take a long time. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, right now I'm living in Porto, okay? But I lived in Lisbon for 10 years. And there we had like a glass shop, let's say, I don't know how it's properly called in English, that it was like huge, you know, like the glass, like these ones are from there, yeah. Like the glasses are really cheap there because they work like in mass, you know, like they are I don't know how many people are there working, but it's a lot, really. And like if you go there to ask for a pair of new glasses, you just have to wait like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You just get out with a proper reading glasses, you know. That was really like the best. That's like the most the thing probably that I really miss the most, because all of us here in house, we all use glasses, even my kids, and we already have to make glasses here. Yeah, 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. We already had to make glasses here in Porto, and like the time to wait for the with new lenses, the time we had to wait for them to be ready here in Porto was like 1 week. Like compare it. Well, it wasn't like properly 1 week, it was like 4 days or something like that. But comparing both scenarios, that's absurd, right? And also here in Porto, the glasses were more expensive than in Lisbon. Yeah. I don't know, because this is like a really specific shop, you know. And even in Lisbon, they only have like two shops. Like one in downtown Lisbon and one in Sintra. Okay. And since it has like a lot of popularity, you also have around here like some knockoff stores trying to trick people to go there. Like, for instance, the store itself, the original store, is called Fábrica dos Óculos. Okay, it's like a glass factory, let's say. And you have like a couple of other stores around calling like Fábrica de Óculos, like just replacing the dos to de. It's like if it was like in English like glasses factory, and instead of being like glasses, it's like only like glass with an apostrophe and just changing slightly the name. I don't know if people fall for it, but it's a little bit shady, that kind of behavior. Douche. Yeah. Douche. Yeah, they are like, it's a sort of plastic. It's acrylic, I guess. Yeah. They are not really glass. It's also lighter, so for me it's even better, since the acrylic it's lighter than proper glass. Yeah. When I went there like the first time, I was stunned, really. First, it looks like almost a maze there, you know? It's like a kind of small entrance, but as soon as you enter it, it's like it has like corridors that feels like never ends, you know? And the machines are like they have like their own factory there. That's why they call like a Fábrica dos Óculos. Their factory is there. It's store and fabric and factory. When I first went there, I thought that I would need like at least a couple of days, you know, to get it done. But then the guy told me, so okay, if you want to take like a coffee or something like that, you can go in 30 minutes more or less. You will receive a text and you can pick it up. And I was, what? 30 minutes? Yeah, okay. And it was like these glasses were like 100 euros or something like that, like 120 euros. Really cheap. And that's why a lot of people go there, because they are cheap, they are fast, It's like the perfect combination. Of course, well, when I say they are cheap, like, of course, if you want to spend more, like in a brand frame, like, well, it will cost you, of course. But, well, I don't feel the need for that. I just go with a like a no brand stuff, or they like their own brands. Yeah, most likely, yes. But also there are really a lot of people, you know, like, for instance, like just people in the storefront, dealing with the customers, you know. I don't want to. I'll just go like, I'll say a number like under. Thank you very much. Have a nice work. Night owls. Have a good day as well. Bye bye. Thank you for being here. But I was saying, Alex, like I'm going to say like a number like way under, most likely what they have, but like just dealing with people like in the counters, you know. It will be like at least like 20 to 25 people, just like in the like talking to people and selling them and proceeding with everything, you know. So if they have that amount of people just in the counters, imagine how many people they would have like properly doing the glasses, you know. Most likely that's well, in order to this kind of business strive, that's most likely like they would operate in a really low margin, right? So if they have like so many people working, they would have to pay a lot of salaries, so they most likely would operate on those kind of really low margins. But well, but that sticks because people only go there. That's not like, actually that's not like the same as what's going on here, like for instance with barbers. With barber shops, like here we have like an epidemic of Indian barber shops, you know, and they are like completely ruining the business of most barbers, because for instance I would say like more or less like if you go to cut your hair to a usual barber, like a common barber, not that fancy stuff, like something really common, you would like spend mostly like around 12 to 13 euros. Yeah. Yeah, I know. No, but here I'm just talking really just the cut, you know, like just cutting the hair. You would spend like here in Portugal around 13, 12, well, around that. And they come over, and the cuts they are charging for what they are charging for their cuts. It's like 5 euros, you know, like more than half. And it's been like insane, you know, to the barbers to be able to get through. No, never. But I already saw like in TikTok and whatnot. I know what you are talking about. My only problem here with that, it's not like it's not about the price. I never went to cut my hair to an Indian salon, but my main problem is it's mostly like hygiene, you know. Like I'm a tattoo artist, so I deal with hygiene issues a lot. I have to, right? So, and it kinda makes me a little bit anxious, those kind of places. No, of course not. It's a free market. It's a free market, so anyone can ask whatever they want for their products, right? Yeah, understood. I got the pleasure. But that happens here as well. Like I was saying with about the Indian barbers, but that's a thing that happens also here in tattooing. You know, not with Indian people, but with Brazilian ones, you know. There are a lot of people coming from Brazil here to Portugal, and at first they started only like cutting hair, like on barber shops, but now they started to go through the tattooing because, well, of course, you can get a lot more money than cutting hair, right? And it also kind of hurts the business a little bit. Because most of them don't have proper training and they do like really low prices, and people go there because, like, if you go to a barber shop, no, Brazil, no doubt. Brazil, it's like the largest one, no doubt. Indian, not that much Indian. Yeah, it would be like Brazil and Africans, yeah, most likely. Now you have a lot of people from like Bangladesh, Nepal, whatnot, but I guess that's almost like worldwide, no? And it's like largely, well, Brazilians, just because of course the language, right? Like it's the same language, so it's easier to adapt. And Africans also because of the language, because mostly, in most cases, like Angola and Mozambique, well, I guess some of them, but mostly like in those like low paying services, you know, like working at restaurants, like washing dishes, and or like in Uber, like yeah, but we do have a lot, and we do have a lot of unfortunately we do have a lot still of almost like slavery here in Portugal, on those cases, you know, like people coming here, immigrants, and staying like in a really like, I don't know, like even inhuman conditions, you know, like staying like in those like kind of houses, like. Did you? Nice. Did you went for the Mount Everest or just stay at the base camp? Okay. But even only that, it's just like, it's already an experience, no? It's already a cool experience. Nice, nice, nice. Well, honestly, that's not my cup of tea. I can appreciate that would be like something like that would be like awesome, but that's not really my what I love the most. My wife, she loves that kind of stuff. Like, I guess if she could, like, her probably one of her like dream trips would be like to go to Mount Everest and whatnot, but not me, honestly. Yeah, I guess, like, with those conditions, you know. But for me, it's like the height thing, you know. Like, I'm a tall guy, and I guess it just gets worse when you are a little bit taller than the usual people. And I have like a lot of vertigo, so going out to fade this thing. Okay. So, finally, Venusaur is done. Now just need to go through the rest of the backgrounds, but at least one thing, the main thing at least, is done. Yeah, I bet. Now let's start here. Well, yeah, we have a couple of YouTubers here in Portugal, like a mainstream, let's say, YouTubers, but they are like, I don't know, that's not, they are like more like towards the kids, you know. That's not really like a mainstream thing, you know. The content, it's always way more like kid related, you know. A lot nowadays, like a lot of youngsters just watch stuff from Brazil, yeah, and it's been like a some kind of controversy because nowadays you have like a lot of young Portuguese people speaking like with a Brazilian accent, you know. No. No, here we have some like mainstream creators, some mainstream Portuguese creators, okay? But they are more for like those like teenage people. We do also what I was saying about the kids. It's more like the younger ones really. They usually watch like stuff from Brazil, a lot of stuff from Brazil because they are much larger than us, right? So they have much more content creators there. Since the language is the same, it's easier to kids to watch, you know. But we do also have content creators here from Portugal, like somewhat mainstream, yeah. Yeah. yeah, that's insane. For me, even though what's more insane really, it's Brazil is so massive that I don't know how they couldn't have like, how they aren't like a huge world, I don't know how it called, like potency or yeah. But for what really? Why are they going to rural Brazil? That's kind of odd, no? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's where we are today. And yeah, like Brazilian girls are really like, they have like a specific beauty, right? Like some like something mixture like with some like indigenous thing, right? And then the people there, of course, like struggling to live, barely. Of course they go for it. And right, top G. That Tate guy. That's really sad. I don't know if I have like more pity from him, from the proper Tate, or the people who fall for it, honestly. Really? I'm not aware of that. Okay. How did he blew? How did he blew it? And Kanye suddenly comes like with a I was bad, no. Kanye starting to enter like the path of of forgiveness, of asking forgiveness to people, no? Yeah, that's so pitiful, you know, about them, because, well, they can have like the amount of cars they want. That was never a thing for me, but okay. But then they are like always in these troubles, you know, like always having to look upon their shoulder and come on. And trying to come up with different schemes like every now and then. Oh, okay. I love that term, like the looks maxing. I don't know if you, well, you probably know him. I don't know, but Do you know like Filion? You are probably aware of him, I don't know. No, Filion, PH, like, I guess, oh, sorry, it's not working, okay. Like, I don't know if it has like two L's, but it's something like this. Okay, like, it's a fellow YouTuber, you know. He does reaction videos, and I really enjoy like his way of reacting to stuff, and he goes a lot with that. No, but he goes a lot with that kind of terms, you know, like just mocking it, you know. But he is fun. Well, when I say a fellow YouTuber, it's just really because he does YouTube, because he has like around almost, I don't know if he got it yet, but he has like around 1 million subs, so I'm well away from those kind of numbers. And I guess we are finishing up here. Yeah, I guess so. We are going now to peel. Yeah. Now we are going to peel here the tape, just to see if everything worked as expected. Yes. It's really super satisfactory. Nice. That went perfect. to get those really clean edges. Nice. And it's done. So, another one done. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much, Alex, for being here to keep me company. Thank you. So, another one done. Tomorrow we'll head to a different one. For now, we have here Mega Venusaur. And that's it for today. Going to have some lunch now and prepare everything for later on. So, thank you for being here. Thank you, Alex, as always. And see you tomorrow around the same time. Okay?